How the rest of that minutes you gave me.
Well, I like the way that I had the sheet that broke it down by how much it was, the percentage of utilities and blah, 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 blah. I just think that's kind of it's a great land snapshot of where everything is going.
Oh my God, I'm mistaken for one thing. That's not what I want. Now I got it. Where's
This lilac cannot see you.
Can we move the podium off to one corner or the other? Is that okay?
No.
Is that okay for what you're doing? You want it like in camera view or something, but over here would be camera view. I didn't know you were here. I heard you. Is that going to work for everybody?
That goes with the 23rd.
That works for me, because we don't have to
Yeah.
have every tonight.
They're all different. They're each from each meeting. Yeah. This is for something further on in the meeting.
Oh.
What's that?
May
Same
8th,
property?
Yep.
I just hope it comes back.
2025.
Well, if it was 2025, that means I overlooked it because I went that far back.
May 8th.
It's 7:01.
She came up and she goes, I don't know if they've never had a smoke cigarette. I don't know what's going on, but it's smoking.
And 7:01 to June. Okay, calling this meeting to order at 7:01. Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call. Cheryl? Here. Monica? Here. Bruce? Excused absent. John?
Here.
Ben?
Present.
Okay. I would like to make a motion on Ben Partridge to conduct the meeting, go through the agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, any
I'd be happy if anybody else wants to step up.
negative? John?
John, you want to do it?
Do you see me jumping for joy here or what?
Cheryl, you want to do it?
You
Okay.
already been seconded.
Yeah, you've already been seconded.
A's?
A's.
A,
Aye, Jean.
I,
A. I'm Canadian. Okay. I's?
me,
I.
I,
A.
A.
I said A.
Any nays?
Nay.
All right, so the motion passed.
So we're an A in there, everybody? Brucey? I'm done. Benny?
Say it again?
You're an A in?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're making Ben do it. He drew the short straw.
All right, then in that case, approval of the agenda, if there's anything that needs to be added or altered.
One thing that I would like to put on there is the discussion of the city park and rec representative and what the duties and responsibilities of that position are.
Add that, want to add that right,
Under a regular park,
right
right?
under park or above our park? Where you want to do it?
Below our park.
Okay, city park rep.
Yep.
Any other additions or changes to the agenda?
No.
So I need a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I will second that.
We gotta go slow because I also write notes, sorry. Any further discussion on that motion to approve the agenda as amended? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 4 yes, any nay? Okay. So approval, minutes of June 9th. as written. Is that what you
As
said?
written.
And I will second.
We have a motion and a second to approve June 9th, 2026 meeting minutes as written. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Next, you would have
13.
June 13th.
I make a motion to approve it as written.
We have a motion by Monica, a second by Cheryl to approve as written, June 13th, 2026. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And any opposed, say nay. Motion carried. June 13th. June 23rd, I do not have.
I do not have those minutes either.
I didn't either, I have to.
Can you get a copy?
I got doubled a couple things, and I didn't have them.
So we'll skip June 13th, come back to it later.
June 23rd.
I'm sorry, June 23rd, I apologize. And now we're on to June 27th, the special meeting and budget hearing.
I'd like to make the motion to add to the special meeting / budget hearing, to add budget hearing to that title.
You don't have to make that motion if you don't want to, just make it part of the motion to approve that change. You want to make that change, right?
Yes, that change needs to happen.
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve the June 27th special meeting and budget hearing meeting minutes as corrected.
I will second that.
Any further discussion?
Who made the motion?
I did.
Ben, I second. Thank you,
Any
sir.
other discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, nay? Motion carried. And now you can go back to your June 23rd meeting minutes. With the minutes of both
That's
orders
where all the
treated.
financials came in at.
Could have passed it.
Sure. You want to staple it? She just gave you one.
This was just a budget workshop. And the minutes are very short, everybody, so. Anybody have anything about it?
I'll make a motion to approve it as written.
As written, you said?
Yes.
I will second that.
Motion and a second to approve June 23rd, 2026 meeting minutes as written. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carried. You're on financial reports now then? Anything special about the payables that we need to know?
Brackets for expenses are because you didn't finish them expenses?
All of the budget is keyed in, so I don't know why they came up
Oh,
with
they're all
zero.
showing negative, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see.
so, maybe you just hit in
Hit
the option.
26,
hit
27,
26,
yeah.
27.
possibly.
Okay.
Anything about the payables though? Yeah, we usually go through that first, right?
Yeah, so if you look at that, this is the new format. I did put the posted too with the salaries of where it went to. The top part is all ACH, which are, yeah, they are pushed out through bill pay or like Thumb Electric pulls it out of their account. The second part is all the checks that were written, the hard copy checks. Again, we have some ACHs, like Thumb Electric consumers, and then at the bottom are all the employees that have direct deposit. Total was $74,999.64.
I did notice that last year, the letter they sent us was 24,000, now we're only paying 19.
For what
For
was
the
that?
ATV,
Yeah,
for that ATV for the fire department.
Oh, the actual bill came in less than we thought?
Yeah, well, the letter they sent us last year, and the check was made, and it was 24. Or 2 years ago. Before you.
before.
Which check number is it, so I can find it? I didn't catch that.
City of Vassal.
Steve, would you see if
Zero,
that's police
three,
contract?
seven, four, four.
I'm sorry, say again?
0,
4-4?
3, 3, 7, 4, 4. On the back.
Bruce Foley is the
There
first.
it is. So this isn't, we received a bill for this amount?
Yes,
This
we
is
did.
accurate, then?
Mhm.
Just, you thought it was gonna be more.
That is correct.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on the payables then? Need a motion to approve, if not?
I'll make a motion to approve the payable.
I will second that motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve the payables in the amount of $74,999.64. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Now, John, any other questions about the financial reports?
Nada.
So this correction is something you can go into the computer?
Oh, that, yeah,
Yeah.
she just has to just change it. If you want another copy of it, she just didn't put it to 26, 27
Right.
budget.
So these numbers are accurately,
They're
Yeah.
not to be
they're
correct,
accurately
but they're
not
all in the
lost.
plus, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
They have to follow, well, because it's the first month of the,
For
Budget,
fiscal year.
Right, right.
so it'll just follow.
Okay.
If it was like this next month, then
That'd be a
you
problem.
would see, yeah.
All right, any other questions for the payables?
Nope.
In that case, we're on to zoning administrator report. Not here tonight. Anybody have any questions that we need to pass on to him, or?
Nope.
All right, next one is the marijuana coordinator report. He's not here either.
I can't remember where we heard it from, but 78 licenses we have in this township now.
We're down to 78,
We're up 78.
up to 78.
Used to be like 52.
That would include the growers as well as the provisioning centers.
Not the provision center.
So it's just growers?
Yeah.
Okay.
For every medical, there's a residential, some
Right.
like 4 residential.
Right, but there's at least one medical for each one of
Correct.
one of
Right,
the groups.
that's what you make sure of.
So there's no follow-up to the complaints that we had at the planning commission?
There is follow-up about complaints in this,
He's got in here about, he's continuing to document complaints and conducting observations and researching best practices so that township
Yes.
officials have accurate information available when evaluating potential responses to odor and other related concerns.
Yes, like on June 11th at 2:15, he did an inspection in the morning.
Yeah, AM.
Yep, 7
He's
mile per
on the
hour winds, foggy conditions. During the inspection, a faint marijuana odor was detected. On June 20th, he went in at 11:55 p.m. Weather conditions included a west-southwest wind of 2 miles per hour, 79% humidity, and temperature of 56 degrees. No marijuana odor was detected at this observation. Went back on June 23rd at 9:46 p.m. And he's got the weather stuff, so, yeah.
I just thought it was.
there's only one.
That way the residents know that he is working on.
He is working
you know,
on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's going out
All-
all night, it's like,
the complaints we're getting at the PC level anyhow through that are all for one area.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are, I can't remember, 7 or more places in that one
Area, yeah.
small space. So he's working on trying to figure it out and how to handle it.
And there was one in Ames that he did smell marijuana odor.
and one on Sheridan Road, that he smelled.
As far as my report, it's just quick verbal, because I see it's already in our packets, really. We do have some information from the Parks and Rec, it's in your packets, we'll be talking about it later. The PC approved recommending an expense request for $96, a volunteer letter, and a letter for asking for help with donations. It's all in your packets though for later
Yeah.
discussion.
Yep.
At our June 11th meeting, the PC did approve a site plan update for Cardinal Mini Storage, that's the mini storage on M15, halfway to Millington. It's under new ownership now, and they're gonna expand a little bit, so they had to approve their site, do a renewal of their site plan, and showing their improvements and corrections, they're gonna do some new.
What is the
clean
name
outs.
of the business?
It's called Cardinal Mini Storage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've done a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna expand out the back. It's already attached to their property, but they have to update their green belts and stuff. So that was all approved by the PC. And then the PC also recommended approval of the Kennard Body Shop being rezoned, the old Kennard Body Shop, and it's in your packet also to be rezoned back to commercial, or residential, from commercial. That's it for that. Any other reports?
Just ours, we've got some of our stuff is on hold,
Yeah,
because of
I'm
our budget and,
You talking about the Parks and Rec one?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
And then
coming up
green
later. I was
belt.
gonna say that, I apologize, so.
okay,
Aside from Parks and Rec, any others, because Parks and Rec comes up later in the agenda.
alrighty.
If not, correspondence. I assume the first thing, if there's nothing else, the only thing I've seen
Priority.
is the priority waste letter. Where do we go with that? That's a long letter, I don't really want to read the whole thing, but.
Basically just saying that it's under new leadership and the things that they're going to fix with the problems that we have had.
So they are,
One thing that stands out is most importantly, we are committed to earning back your trust, not through words alone, but through sustained improvement and reliable performance, which we have detailed for you below. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what they're planning on doing better.
a 5-point recovery plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically, they're improving their equipment, getting new equipment. They're already added to their staff, plus they're adding in the future. They've already purchased and are continuing to purchase new containers. They've added a whole crew to their customer service, and they hope, and the calls apparently, according to this letter, have already gone down by 50% because they have answered some of the problems. So that's the main goals of what they're gonna try and do. They're gonna try and fix it. Any other questions about that? All right, then we're at the rezonings. should have two in front of you, but I need to look at something that I had Sarah print out for me real quick. Okay, so we'll go over them in the order that they came to me in my packet if you want. You
Okay.
should have the first one for ordinance number 100-14. Would you like to read that, please, Ms. Morris?
Sure. An ordinance to amend the Vassar Township zoning ordinance, being ordinance number 100, to rezone certain properties. The Township of Vassar ordains section 4.02, the boundaries of the zoning districts as shown in the zoning map, and hereby amended to rezone the following described property from 020-014-000-2400-00 old zoning C commercial to new zoning AFR residential. The undersigned supervisor and clerk of the Township of Vassar hereby certify that the zoning ordinance amendment was duly adopted by the Vassar Township Board at a meeting held on the 14th day of July 2026 and is published in the Tuscola Advertiser. On the 22nd day of July 2026, this ordinance amendment will be made effective 7 days after said date of publication.
So for those that don't know, this is the piece of property where the old Kennard Body Shop used to be at the corner of Maple and West Saginaw Road. They're combining it in with the rest of the residential property so they can sell it all at one parcel. Only the small piece was originally commercial. The way he did this, he did it as one resolution, I think, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah, he did it, added both of them to one.
yeah, so we can go ahead and read the second one, ordinance number 100-15, please.
Okay, an ordinance to amend the Vassar Township zoning ordinance, being ordinance 100, to rezone certain properties. The Township of Vassar ordains section 4.02, the boundaries of the zoning districts as shown in the zoning map, and hereby amended to rezone the following described property from 020-013-000-2100-00 old zoning AFR residential to new zoning C commercial. The undersigned supervisor and clerk of the Vassar Township hereby certify that the zoning ordinance amendment was duly adopted by the Vassar Township Board at the meeting held on the 14th day of July 2026 and was published in the Tuscola Advertiser. On the 22nd day of July 2026, this ordinance amendment will be made effective 7 days after said date of publication.
And that property is the corner of Sheridan Road, would be the northeast corner of Sheridan Road and West Saginaw Road, where Cooper Excavating is turning it into commercial so they can build their business there. That was approved by the PC. I don't know why it never came up at the board level. Back in May of 2025, the PC recommended approval of that. We held a public hearing on it at that date.
So did the planning commission, county planning commission get it?
Yes.
And the zoning map?
No, they wouldn't have the zoning maps because we're a joint.
Township shall submit the proposed zoning maps to the county planning commission for review.
Oh, they have our old one and they would have known where the change is, yes. We wouldn't have updated the map yet at that point because the board doesn't approve it yet.
Right.
And it was approved by, 6 members that were present that day. 1 member was absent. So that being said, then you have resolution 10-2026. Ms. Monaco, if you would read that, please.
And?
I got a
What
9. Well, we got a 9 first.
Yeah.
What's that?
This one, rezoning the 2 properties on Saginaw Road and Sheridan
That's what
Road.
we just talked about.
Yeah.
He doesn't,
Mine says 9.
mine says 10.
This
Well,
one?
there's one 9 and then
I
there's a
don't
10.
have it. It says 10, or 9. So he did put 2 in there,
Yeah.
but I only had 1, so I assumed it was for both properties.
Oh, yeah.
It is for both properties. What does yours say then?
For both.
So he has two of them, two different resolutions, and they both
He
say
showed
both
the two
properties.
separately.
Yeah, I have the individual sheets requesting a
Okay.
change.
But I never seen a 10, I only seen a 9.
I don't see it too.
He may have done the 9 and 10 and then decided he only needed to do 9.
Okay,
That's what I'm.
he's got them both listed, right? I'm gonna
Yes.
follow along, I'm gonna change this number to 09-2026, and then when you're reading, if there's anything different, I'll let you know.
Okay, resolution 09-2026, July 14th, 2026. Resolution to approve the planning commission rezoning of properties, whereas the purpose of rezoning of two properties, 02004002400 at 3763 Saginaw Road, zoned commercial to AFR residential. 020-013-000-2100-00 Sheridan Road, zoned AFR residential to commercial. Now therefore be it resolved that the Vassar Township Board of Trustees approve the zoning ordinance number 100.14, 100.15. The foregoing resolution was offered by board member,
I'll motion that, Partridge.
and I will support that. Upon roll call vote, how many ayes?
In this case, you do it by roll call vote, though, so you have to mention the names.
It says roll call vote.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Monica? Yes. John?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes. And then you have to call out
And
Bruce's name.
Bruce, excused absent. The supervisor will declare this resolution is adopted.
In lack of him being here, I'll declare this motion adopted, but you still, and you still have to sign the documents accordingly.
Yes.
You'll have to wait for him on that. Okay.
Recycling.
According to this, we have he's got recycling on the agenda, and I have a single sheet. I know nothing about it, so
I have no
somebody,
idea.
I don't either.
does anybody know anything about this letter? It says recycling.
I do.
Okay, let's go to you. Sarah.
We had an individual come in and drop this off. He wants to do a free event for residents to collect these recycling items, such as refrigerators, washers, dryers, stoves, water heaters, microwaves, TVs, monitors, computers, printers, copiers, cell phones, radios, and any size battery. He would like to host this event 2 times a year for free, no cost to the township, no cost to residents. He said that he just needs a place to do it, so we're going to be probably in the old township hall. And he just wants to see if that's something the township's interested in doing. He's going around to other townships. He recently did one last month, June, at, I'm not sure what township it was, but he said that it was very successful. And the reason he wants to do it is because he cares about the environment and doesn't want all this stuff being dumped into a landfill.
Okay, so I imagine we have to check into liability insurance.
I would say we need to look into this, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if we start authorizing it, we don't know anything about him or what he's doing,
Right.
so how do we go forward with that? We got any recommendations? And then bring it back to next month's meeting?
Yeah, I think it needs to go to the attorney to see about it after we kind of check into some detective work on it.
Did you do anything, I mean, do you know anything about his name or him or anything yet, other than what he gave you?
No, he's just essentially a scrapper. But, I mean, we did look into it when Tyler Brown did scrapping at the dumpsters. We didn't look into liability insurance, then we just did it. So,
Yeah,
what's any
that's a
different?
long-standing practice we've done, that doesn't mean it was right either.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know why we're doing it now. I think it's a cool service to offer to residents.
Well, let's put it on the agenda for next month's meeting then, because I knew nothing about it except what I read here, so. So we'll put it on next month's meeting minutes, and if somebody has some information, great, we'll make a decision. And do we know the date of next month's meeting yet?
Yes.
Second Tuesday,
August what?
The 11th.
my birthday.
Good, we'll talk about recycling on your birthday, John.
Yeah, recycle the old man.
Okay. Any other questions about that? Next one is we have this notice from the police officer. Is this all we have?
Yeah. This was for the month of June, and personally, I think that we need to review like a whole year, because based off of 1 month, I don't think that we should make a decision on something that's as important as police coverage and protection.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's not enough information to make a decision on anything.
Exactly.
What decision were you gonna make?
Well, we had discussed in our budget possibly going down to 1 officer versus 2. But without at least a full year of
I know
stats.
one of the things I was wanting is sort of an accounting of hours. You know, that question,
Yeah.
was it 1 month ago,
Yeah.
2 months ago, we had 2 bills we owed. There was a huge drastic difference in those bills, more than double one
Right.
bill was than the other. So my question is why? I want to see what we've been billed for, what hours have been worked, and those kind of things is what I was hoping to get.
Did anybody talk to,
I know
Bruce
Bruce went,
about it? Did he go talk to Beth?
I'm aware that he went and talked to them.
Okay.
I don't know, he said that he needed a letter stating what we want.
Yeah, I'd like to see something like this on a regular basis,
Yeah,
but
so-
I'm
Well,
talking
then
something
the other
different
thing
right
you
now.
said-
I understand, but
Okay,
like,
anyway.
going like every year, I'll just start, I can start doing that, and give you all your, see if that's what's not, trying to stop throwing people to the rest.
Sure.
On a monthly basis, because that's something I can just do real quick, but a year, I mean, I can do a year, but it's gonna be.
So this was done by you, not by the office?
Yeah, that was done, I mean, because it's something that you guys have been like, oh, we always want
Sure.
this, like something
Sure.
I'm like. And then going with the other townships, it's what they kind of give to is just the basic information of what, like, how many calls did I go to, which is, I think it was at 13.
Yeah.
And then some traffic stops.
In the month of June, you had 13 calls for service, conducted 7 traffic stops. The township officers also arrested 1 individual.
And so, so this month could be completely different, but also, I think with last month, that was also, when the other officer was injured during that whole month, I believe. So, like, again, his numbers are gonna be like lower than average due to not having 2 of us, covering, and me starting to have like that 1 extra day covering for you guys in the township. So,
Yeah, I believe he's been out for, what, about 4 or 5 weeks, if not more?
yeah, somewhere around there right now, and then we're still waiting to hear back from the, like, got to talk to the surgeon, I think on the 24th. So, still waiting on that news to see if he actually go to surgery, if he needs surgery for his shoulder. And then if he does, then it's gonna be a way longer waiting for him to come back, and then also with rehab and everything.
So is there somebody covering for him in the meantime, or no?
No,
So it's just, we
are,
just have 1 officer right now.
it's just me right now, and then they have me doing 10s, just like we have me for another day.
Bruce did meet with the chief though, and addressed our concerns and talked to the attorney to see if we were able to change our contract, which we are. The attorney just said that we have to present it to the chief has to approve it, the township board has to approve it, and it can be changed.
And I think dropping down to 1 officer is possible, that again, what I was gonna do, like, if it's something that can be discussed, for the hours that can be working.
Sure.
And again, with dropping from 2 to 1, then you're also gonna be getting sheriff and then MSP is covering the other time, so.
Well,
Who's the chief?
Right now, Chief Kyle is the interim chief,
Okay,
and he's city manager, interim chief right now.
okay.
They kind of-
So he stayed, okay.
And then they're holding interviews soon for the chief, who will be next year. And then I think he was gonna invite Bruce for one of the rounds of interviews, just to bring you guys into it.
okay.
Thank
Well, we're
you.
not making any decisions on that anyhow today, so I mean, if somebody tells Bruce to talk to this, because I know it has to be the supervisor that speaks to the chief. I would like to see something that shows the hours, that's what I've been trying to find out. And this too, I'd like to see this monthly,
Yeah, I can do that.
That's fine.
I can do that, starting, I'll try to do
Sure.
it within like the first weekend.
Yeah.
And I can do that to you guys.
Typically, when I get hours and stuff like that, I give them to Bruce, so he probably has
He
some
may
in
even
his
have
office. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just taking a note here real quick. Okay. Assessor pay he has on here, but I assume he means assessor contract. And then I seen a new note, a different copy, something different about it, that was on the desk today.
The only thing that's different is both things that are different is under the contract sum on the back page. When it was sent to the attorney wanted her to specify if the amount that she was asking was before taxes or after taxes, which she wrote in there what she would like. And the second is how the rate of inflation is being
Yeah.
decided. And those are the only two things that were changed.
And that came from the attorney.
Correct. And it was approved by Sherry.
Yeah, so my question on there was about the rate of inflation, it says about before taxes already on my copy,
Yes.
on my old
One
copy.
does, yeah, one does and one doesn't. The new copy says.
No, my old copy says
Oh, it
before
does say
taxes
before
too.
taxes. Yeah, it does.
But anyway, so this is now irrelevant, and this is the
This
accurate.
is the new.
Yeah,
And I see the note says, copy reviewed by our attorney.
Yes.
yes.
You're telling us that's the only two changes the attorney suggested?
Yeah, I have an email from him if you need to see that.
So I did have another question about, does anybody know what she means by compensate the assessor $35 per lot change? It used to be, and I don't have a current contract, so I don't know if it's in the new one or if it's an older one. But it used to be $25 for a lot line, for a split, or 35 for a split, 25 for an adjustment. Now it's just 35 per lot change, what does that mean?
That's for any splits, any changes.
So even just a combination or a movement of a line,
Yep,
it'll be 35 each time.
yes.
It used to be cheaper per amount of changes too, but not splits, splits were still higher, if I recall, that's a long time
No,
ago.
it's on our fee schedule.
And then I also was questioning just on the term, what's our current one?
It just ended,
So it is up,
yes,
and then she wants this one to go for 3 years.
correct.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do away with this copy that's no longer accurate then. I don't need you to show me, but that's the only thing the attorney said,
Yes.
those couple changes.
Yep.
What's everybody wanna do?
I would like to make the motion to accept a contract for the assessing services at the increase of wage, which we had already discussed and kind of approved already in our budget meeting.
I'll second it.
So we have a motion and a second to accept this new agreement with the assessor. Any other discussion?
Yeah, so she don't want to raise for the next 3 years?
Yep, she wants cost of living raise,
Okay, cost of living,
Yeah.
okay.
which is using the state of Michigan's STC's inflation rate multiplier published in November, showing the inflation rate for the incoming year. She wants to use that as her built-in once a year raise. Does anybody have any questions about that? How do we know? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I want to say. I don't know what I need to say. I don't like open-ended things, and that's open-ended. I don't know what they publish and what makes them publish at this number or that number. Is it always just a couple percent? Or is it some giant number sometimes, you know?
It's usually like really small, like 2.7.
My only other question you sort of already answered, but I'll ask it again anyhow. So the new rate of 37,150 is the amount we budgeted for because we were pre-bound?
Correct.
Okay. All right, any other questions? John, did you get your answer?
Somewhat.
Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Say
Aye.
Oh wait, this is a contract, we should do it by roll call.
Okay.
Please by roll call.
Ben,
Yes.
John,
Yes,
Monica, yes. Cheryl,
Yes.
and Bruce is not here, excuse absent.
All right, 4 yes by roll call, 1 absent. Motion is approved.
so it's roughly $1,000 for a raise, 2.7.
Oh, you mean annually?
Yeah.
If it, okay, got what you're saying.
Then you add the 37 and the 1 and times it by 2.7 again.
Sure. Next on the agenda is printer. Sarah, I'm gonna guess that's you again. If I'm wrong, say so.
Yes, right. So we did, for our meeting 2 months ago, or last month, we did have the attorney draft a letter to send to Xerox. We set that July 1st and gave them 60 days to come pick up their equipment. Otherwise, their equipment has been forfeited. We will not be making any payments on it. We have not heard anything back from Xerox yet. They have not heard anything back from Xerox. So they have until September 1st, that is our 60 days, and then we no longer use these printers, and that's it. And what's in your packet is the same quote that we received from Applied Innovation for the Rico printer that we used for 30 days. Sounds like this is the company that we wanted to go through for the rental. I think it's just in here as a reminder of the price, which I know it says good for 30 days from April, but the price has not changed according to Rick, who is the account manager that we've been talking with. He just wanted me to remind you guys that at a minimum, it will take a minimum of 2 weeks to get a new printer out. So if we're waiting till September 1st, I don't think we should wait till September 1st to reach out to him and tell him, hey, we're going to do this, because then we will be out with no printer for a minimum of 2 weeks.
Do we have any kind of, we have no way of knowing this. If we've given them an ultimatum on the current printer, what stops them from coming sooner to take it?
Nothing.
And then we'd be without a printer then.
Correct.
Right.
And they're both under lease, even though one's expired lease, it's still technically leased, right? It's not a home machine.
Correct.
So they could possibly pick up both instantly.
Yes. We're asking them to pick up both. We we no longer want either of them.
And they've not responded to billing or to the attorney.
No.
Where do we stand with anything that we've purchased recently or about to that we're gonna need? We don't wanna spend a large investment now if we're trying to get rid of them either.
We are going to need toner, I'd say, in the next couple of weeks.
So what does everybody wanna do? We've talked about this for months, but I don't really like doubling up. Is there any, I mean, did our attorney give us any advice, like, we have no problem, we'll be done in September no matter what? Or is that just a threatening letter and we might be stuck any longer anyhow? I can't remember when our contract is up, but
November.
shortly anyhow.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we should suffer, even if they came and picked them up and we ordered them the following day. I think between the printers that we have in-house, like Troy has one, I have one.
We could get by for normal business. We wouldn't be able to do any major printings right.
Well, it's
Exactly.
by tax time.
Well, do we wanna, again, put this on the agenda that we are making a decision next month? Is that close enough? They might have acted by then and it's still far
Have we-
enough. If they said 2 weeks, our first meeting, I mean, our meeting in August is, you said the 11th. Let's put it close.
When you put your tax stuff out, doesn't go out.
December,
December.
November.
Yeah, so we have time to play.
Have we offered a lease to own? Have they offered that to us?
Who, Xerox?
No, this
No,
one.
yeah, they did.
Oh,
There
yeah.
were 2 options, I can't remember. Yeah, it's right here.
You know, a couple payments and then pay it off.
Oh, no, they just.
Oh, that, I don't know.
They have a purchase price in here in their quote,
Yeah,
Yeah, I see that.
but not a lease.
I don't think we asked them if they offer that. It was either just a buy it outright or lease it monthly.
You've talked to him, so you know that the quote's still accurate. Would you, if we put it off till next month, if everybody wants to do that, I don't care. If we do that, would you be able to get a hold of him and have him send something in writing so we know that this is the, and you can even ask that question about lease and purchase instead of just purchase or something?
Yeah, if I reached out to him tomorrow, within an hour, he would have me a new quote and an answer.
Well, I mean, so we have it.
Yeah.
And a decision, as long as we get it in advance, a decision should be made at next month's meeting, in my opinion. By then, we should know whether they've answered the attorney or not. And what do we do, and the attorney can tell us what do we do with the machines if they don't answer.
Yeah.
Especially because our meeting is the 11th and if they have till September 1st, that gives us that 2-week window plus a couple days.
Yeah. Does that work out for everybody? Is that what you want to do or what?
Yes.
So if we're gonna do that, I would like something showing that it's still current pricing and or if there's any other options. And I would like something from the attorney saying what to do if they don't respond. I'm talking about the old printers now.
I told them I was gonna stick them outside. but they can come
Yeah,
get 'em
I would
whenever they
venture, I
want
guess we
to.
probably shouldn't do that right away.
Maybe the
Okay.
recycling guy can take them.
We could save $2,809 if we pay that thing outright. But I don't know what's the service they give us if we pay for it outright? We still have to pay for certain things.
We
Yeah.
don't pay for like ink and toner, that's still, the only thing we pay for will be staples and paper.
Staples and paper, ink and toner would be with if we bought it up outright.
They'll honor the ink toner, everything, maintenance, as long as we buy it or lease.
Correct.
I make a motion that we purchase Rayco IMC4510 for the purchase price of $8,031.54.
You don't wanna get your quote up, you got a motion, hold on. Where's the darn model number, again? You said it so fast, it's on here, but I didn't.
See it? Rayco IMC4510.
And you wanted the purchase price price of $8,031.54.
Correct. Unless we can get it cheaper,
Well,
I'm all for that.
we have a motion, do we have a second?
I will second that.
So we have a motion and a second to purchase the Ricoh at IMC 4510, quantity one, for $8,031.54. Purchase it outright all at one time, correct?
Correct.
And
I don't think I said it that way.
No, but I just want to make sure that I'm understanding you right. And it will still include all service as in this agreement written here. Includes all maintenance, service calls, parts, labor, and supplies, consumables, except paper and staples. It does not say in here for what term. I assume the term is the lease term, but if you're purchasing it, what's the term?
Forever.
Forever?
Yeah. As
That's
long
what
as
it
we
said.
have the.
Before you tell them we agreed to buy it, can you get that in writing? Like, get that all written down somehow? Or from him, I'm talking about, you got the report with this gentleman, right? All right, you have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
when would we take delivery? When we schedule delivery? I would say not until at least mid-August or September 1st.
Just because we agreed to purchase this, don't mean we have to buy it yet.
Okay.
Well, that also brings up, once we do these kind of things, then we always have a problem later on, like, yeah, we agreed to buy it, but we didn't agree to who's gonna do it, who's gonna order it, who's gonna write a check, do we need to do anything on that in this motion or not? And when, you want that in your motion or not?
No, because the procedure is the administrative assistant reaches out to it, the clerk writes the check.
Everybody
And we
happy
agree
with that?
and we agree with the payables.
Right. Okay. Any other discussion? Not? All in favor, aye?
But wait a minute, she's gotta read it back.
Can I have it read back, please?
Motion by staff to purchase Rico INC 4510 printer outright for $8,031.54, seconded by Whitmer. Would you like to write in here from Applied Innovation, or are we just purchasing it from Rico?
These are the little things that we usually forget.
I know.
I would,
Start on a net and have a camera hold it.
I would suggest that you put that, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I don't see nowhere else, it just says we can go out and buy one for 8,000 then. Do you agree, Miss Monica?
yes, I
To
agree
add
with
that?
that.
Once you've added that, will you read it back one more time, please?
Motion by staff to purchase Rico INC 4510 printer outright for $8,031.54 from Applied Innovation, seconded by Whitmer.
Any other discussion?
How come I'm not seeing their name?
It's on the front letter.
Yeah, applied
Oh.
innovations, and it's on the email too.
It's not on the quote unless it's on the back page.
Applied.
Yeah, it's on the back page. of the
Okay.
quote. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Alright,
Aye.
should've done,
Any opposed? Say nay. And one absent.
using money we do by roll call.
Do you want it, roll call? You should have said that.
Well, that
Hey,
should-
remember, I'm newbie to this job. I got pushed into it tonight.
Hey,
Bullied into
you're
it.
the one that's usually saying, isn't
I
it, roll
know,
call?
but I'm not thinking about everything I
Oh,
normally do, because
alright.
I'm sitting in a different chair here today. Well,
Now you
not
know.
physically.
Now you know why we have a secretary doing our minutes and not our clerk.
Do you want to go back and do that by roll call?
No, I'm fine,
You
No.
can- I mean, there's only 4 of us here, and we're all here, so
I'm fine.
I think we're good. Motion approved. Motion carried. I'm still writing notes, I apologize.
I'm looking for applied innovation.
And I will say that I miss that printer.
Same.
Oh, the one that you tested?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on the printer? If not, we'll move on to Tuscola County Road Commission.
Maybe we shouldn't, yeah. We got something from them out of this deal. All right, first off, which one?
Well,
The east or the west side?
yeah, I don't know. Whatever you want to talk about. Pick one.
Well, there's only one for Rupick and Kane to dead end, but they both have dead ends.
Yeah, there's one cover letter.
Yep.
And it just says Ruprecht came to dead end.
I think it's the one going to the west because it's really bad.
Does anybody know why we're getting this specifically today?
No, because I never heard anybody talk about
Me
it.
either.
Yeah, the bus had gotten stuck down there on the road.
Long time ago,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And,
thought we threw gravel at that
We
after
did.
that.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that repair was already done. That doesn't mean it may or may not need it again.
That's what I'm saying. How do we know it's not the other side?
There are two agreements. There's one quote and two agreements. And the agreements, I don't see any different about them. Does it say east and west and I'm missing it? East or west?
I was
They
trying to
both say
figure it out.
Ruprecht came to dead.
I was looking to see if, they had coordinates, coordinates on
No, there's no
They're
coordinates.
both identical, same amounts of money. They're both the same identical amounts of gravel.
Well, it's only a half a mile, so I'm assuming it's gotta be one to the west. Because the one to the east is a lot longer.
Did he happen to tell you, Sarah, why this is in our packets?
Well, then why don't we?
Why two agreements again? And are they, did we all get two copies? So it's not like a misprint.
No, I got two
I
copies.
think one of them, I don't remember which one, was brought up by a member of the road commission. He said that he's been getting complaints on, so Bruce asked him for a quote specifically for that one. I don't think it was the Ruprecht Road one, it was the other one.
Well,
They're
when we
both
asked,
correct.
They're both
There is no
correct.
other one.
well, when
You
we
go
asked
one-
him
one way, one way.
what happened at the meeting, he said not much except for the,
I don't think.
He
it's
didn't
for
mention these roads at all.
I think this was just a conversation that Bruce had.
So the cover letter / quote, this is what it says, I'll read it. Gravel road work agreement. Bruce, attached, please find agreements, and it does say plural, agreements, for the road work as requested. Upon your approval, please return the signed agreements and the initial deposit to the Tuscola County Road Commission in order for the work to proceed. Road, Ruprecht, location, Kane to dead end, miles, 0.5. Improvement, 550 tons of 23A crushed gravel, estimated cost $12,800. If you have any questions, please call so-and-so. Then on the back of that same page is the complete breakdown of how they got to $12,800. And your deposit will be $6,400, half down usually. And then there are two agreements, and I can't see anything different about either agreement.
They're not exactly the same.
And they each are for $12,800, and they each have the deposit of $6,400. And nobody knows anything about this.
Same way.
So if nobody knows anything about it, how can we act on it?
Table.
Table.
Well, I don't want to table everything, but at the same time, he didn't leave anybody any information. What do we do?
Table.
Does everybody agree?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll take your silence as you agree with them, John.
you got free, I need mine.
Huh?
Are you asking, you just say you table, that's all you do.
Well, I want to
Let's
see what
have a
everybody's
vote on
opinion
it.
was. Table till next month.
Well, it's really called putting a parking spot.
Okay, put it in a parking spot or table, your choice, and put it on the August 11th agenda.
Or earlier.
Or, I mean, if Bruce finds out it needs to be a special meeting, then he'll have to let us know, we can call a special meeting.
No, we're not doing it before the election.
Alright.
Now that we know you don't want to, you know we are.
Because I said so.
I'll be in and out of office till the 25th.
All right, next thing on the, if there's anything else on the Tuscola County Road Commission, that's all I had. That one.
That's
notice in
it.
my packet.
Except for, Bruce talked about, we get more money now for doing roads and special.
I've seen nothing in writing, but he verbally.
Right, he
said
verbally
yes.
said that,
From that
and,
meeting.
would this fall under the special
I have no idea.
instead of the complete road?
I have no idea.
We also need to come up with a list of what roads are priority and,
Well, he
You-
has that.
Usually he gets a
that
list from the road
Yeah.
commission and then they want you to pick from it and they've already gave you some highlights.
Yeah, they
Like
go
they
by
recommend
years.
this, and this, but what do you think? Here's everything. Tells you how long it's been since it's been majorly repaired and so on. He should
And-
have that list and it's not in our packets.
And I think we asked the marijuana coordinator to show us roads that the trucks are being used more on.
right,
Did we ask the new gentleman?
Yeah.
Or was it? Okay.
yes.
Cody.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's right. Where did I screw up?
Did I screw up with do that?
Yeah,
or
Cody,
receipt?
not Cory.
I don't know, could be.
We'll just
I
take
hope I didn't put it on the receipts when he paid me today.
Okay, next on.
Agree, how's that?
There you go.
Mr. Legui, that covers it. On your agenda, the next thing is Hall. I don't know if the next letter's in here for NetX. Is that about Hall?
Yes. Okay, so this, basically, we want to have a phone line installed into the hall. So during the election time, if things come up, that Sarah would be able to, or whoever is the chair at the EPB, to be able to call in her office. Because no cell phones can be on the floor. And if you do like the walkie-talkie radios, everybody that is around Sarah is gonna hear my response. And, so we got a quote to have the one line added to the hall. We'd only have the phone there during election times, and we already have the phone because John does not have it in his office. He gave it up.
I gave it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he sacrificed it, and,
Never wired it, I have a cell phone. But that's another story.
we had talked about this before, and the only problem now is I don't know if they can get it done and installed before August 4th, but hopefully we would be able to have it at least before the general election, which is no,
But if you're using that phone, you can't run a phone line to it.
Is it only?
You're
plugged in
talking
by
about not
Ethernet?
internet phone, a straight line, right?
no, the internet phone.
So it's not a phone cord that it plugs into an adapter, it's an Ethernet cord plugged into the phone?
Yes. Yeah, just like our other ones in this office.
I remember.
Don't we have an open jack
Not in the main hall.
in my office, don't we?
Are we going to run a cord all the way from your
Yeah,
office?
just for that one day.
That's not shipping, is it?
Okay, so
No,
honestly
we can't
now,
use on that.
I have a couple questions. We cannot use a cordless type phone?
We have a cordless phone, but on that, you do not have
Intercom.
the inner buttons.
You want just to call the clerk's
Yeah,
office?
because she would have to call the hall and then press 2 for it to come to me. And when you
Where are
have
the closest, where are their Ethernet connections?
in each office.
All we need is any Ethernet connection, correct?
So who would run the line? Cyber or
Apparently
this company?
This company, right?
Well, we would have to get both because that's a whole
Yeah, I know.
other situation, but
Or communicate to them?
yes. But in theory, Net Express would be the one to come out and run the line.
Well, this looks like an all-in-one quote. They'll come run the cord for that, right?
Yes.
Yes, but
That's
our IT
labor.
company,
Say again?
our IT company demands to be involved, so we'll get a bill from them for them coming out to supervise it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a new,
No, that's our choice. We don't have to have them.
yeah.
We don't have to pay the $150 a month. Our contract's well over.
Well, for a set fee per month, they don't just come out.
All they're asking is communication. If someone's gonna do something,
To let them
Keep
to
know.
them
let
in the loop.
them know, so they don't get surprised when they come in and find out IP addresses are actually being changed. They're going into the,
Equipment cabinets.
yeah, what's that called, internet,
Interface.
interface, there you go.
Okay, so then the next question is, we don't have internet connections anywhere out there, and I know we talked about that, but they didn't run one?
No, we do not have any out there.
That was originally discussed when we were building this hall. We thought we needed a couple, especially in the corner where this table was theoretically gonna go before it was moved to this room.
Well, that never happened.
So we don't have one here either then?
No.
We're only over here?
But if that's an Ethernet cord, a cordless phone,
It's
why
not
couldn't you
cordless,
get set
they're
up?
saying.
No, we have a cordless phone
Yes,
in
but,
administrative assistant office.
but it's a cordless phone. It does not have the internal where she can push a button and it automatically calls me. It does not have that capability on the cordless phone. For her to contact me, she would have to call the hall and then press 2 for it to ring to my office.
And if you
Doesn't
press
have-
too
you shouldn't
fast,
call forwarding,
No, the cordless is not.
no?
A very basic, one in, one out line.
Yeah, no holes, no parts, no.
I will be happy to supply 2 plastic solo cups and a very long string. Will that work?
I'm sorry, I'm over the age of 50 and new technology like that does not, I can't adapt.
The only other thing that I can think of, which is kind of out there, like I used to work at Office Depot. In Office Depot, we had walkie-talkies, and on the side of that, you could hook in headphones that go into your ear that only that person can hear. That is a
You do have wireless and you have wired for walkie-talkie now.
I think it would be more professional looking.
Yeah, I'm not wearing a headphone on my head. I do not work at McDonald's. I do not like things touching my
No,
ears.
no,
You know.
it's Secret Service, they just have.
The only thing is Bruce Buzzy.
Yeah,
There's the one in the kitchen.
no.
Okay, so here comes my part of this problem. We need an Ethernet connection out there. But it's silly that we don't have connections in different places for possible future reasons. Why isn't there one in the kitchen, for example? So do we talk to somebody about, and will this help you for timing? You need it, you're saying by August 4th.
I would like to have it by August 4th, but at the very least, it would be here for the general election, which is November 3rd.
Can't they rent a splitter from your office?
You can't have cords running everywhere.
Could run this one from Monica's office, but
Then it's down the hallway where the bathrooms are and
yeah.
general public and if they
Staple
trip.
them up high.
I'm sorry, no, we're not stapling up high. We're gonna do it right.
You can use one of these.
I would like to make the motion that we approve the work estimate quote 73071-1 from Net Express to have a Cat 6 cable run with labor at $293.10 to have it done as soon as humanly possible. Could I get a second?
One in the kitchen.
I'll second. Nobody else did, right?
No.
Now hold on, 'cause I'm still writing notes. I would, I've heard this about the tech support, so I would appreciate, I would like it to add it in there about in contact him so he's aware and find out what it's gonna be. So we know what surprises, if there's a surprise, if not, he's aware and everything's good. If you don't wanna make that change, that's up to you, I'm just asking.
I will contact CyberLink to let them know that we do plan on having additional cable run. It should not change anything with the interface because we already have
We're
the,
looking for an extra ports anyhow, right?
right,
I hope.
yeah.
read back, please?
Sure thing. Motion by Whitburn to approve the work estimate, quote 73071-1 from Net Express to have a Cat 6 cable ran as soon as humanly possible, seconded by Partridge.
And quick question, where is it gonna go?
It would go on the north wall, where the people come in and they have a, give your little slip to them before the ballot is issued to them, where it's checked on the electronic
Yeah,
poll
but we
board.
haven't used this room yet, have we? So I don't know
No,
where that's gonna be.
it is gonna be,
The north wall, east
the
end?
northeast wall.
East, okay.
Yeah, I would say it's gonna be about 8 to 10 feet from the internal wall there.
And we'll just have to watch out for windows and go right and left of a window or whatever.
Yep.
Does everybody agree with that location real quick? I mean, I think that's probably the
That's
case.
her.
That corner's a good spot.
Yes.
Worst case scenario, if for some reason he has to, he could go to the inner wall even. That'd be close.
Exactly.
If there's like a problem with running it there.
Yes, because then we could put one of those things on the floor, so it wouldn't be a trip hazard.
Yeah. All right, any questions or?
Read it again, because after the humanly possible, I didn't hear you added a Cyberlink went in or not.
Oh, no, that was correct. Motion by Whitburn to approve the work estimate, quote 73071-1 from Net Express to have a Cat 6 cable ran as soon as humanly possible, seconded by Partridge.
Now I know what everybody was giving them. I never even heard that.
Right, but.
I had wrote as soon as possible
Ben asked for the motion to be changed to Cyberlink to no.
to inform CyberLink, yes. That's not in there.
No,
Now,
But that's if she didn't change it, then I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't hear if she
Did you
changed it.
change it? I just said I would contact them.
Would you like it in your motion?
It doesn't have to be in the motion, no.
So it's gonna stand without that change.
Yeah.
All right. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
I,
Any opposed, say nay.
Opposed, nay.
So 3 yes, 1 no, motion carried.
okay, the second one is the BTE Beerline Trombley Electric. This is for the vestibule lights, because when they were installed, it was somebody's great idea that they only come on when the outdoor lights come on. That doesn't work so well in the winter, or anytime that it's rainy or anything like that. I have put a personal lamp in the vestibule, but it's still very, very dim in there. Sarah reached out to BTE, they gave us a quote, so that way it's on its own light source versus being connected to rely on something else. So it would be a motion sensor, just like our lights in the hall are on, so they would automatically go off if there's no motion. They would come on when somebody walked into the room.
I suspect, nobody asked this question, is he talking about running a whole new circuit back to the breaker box, or jumping off of something else in the attic,
Jumping off the exit sign that is above the door.
which is lit all the time?
Correct.
And there's no switch on that except a breaker.
Correct. He said that would be the cheapest option, and
Yeah.
it provides ample wattage or whatever needed
Okay.
to do a motion sensor.
Okay. As long as it was still on the breaker, it wouldn't matter. I was wondering if there'd be a switch installed somewhere for actually manually turning it off, but it would be the breaker, it would be the manual switch.
Yep.
Which is what the lights are already on. The next problem I have is, do we have enough money in our budget for this kind of thing? Because this wasn't talked about at budget time.
According to this budget, we have no money, we're all in red.
We're negative.
Actually-
According to what you produced, we can't do this.
Well, we did have money for the hall, for improvements, because we did talk about, the phone line and also this, as well as the alarm system over there, which we are on the waiting list to have that installed, because that was
So you
already.
saw me look over there, nothing's been done yet. Is that Ethernet connections have to be run as well?
I don't think so.
And I wondered,
What are you talking about?
Harper will do
So-
that though, right?
Yeah, Harper.
What are we doing now?
Actually, Jim Harper, knowing our board, already pre-installed that when we got the hall, because he knew somewhere down the line.
He knew it was smart that we should have done it in the first place.
To put that there.
Several of us have said that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
So the Ethernet cord's already there, you just have to add to it, or connect to it.
Correct.
Okay, we're back to your BTE then. Is this the same company that's done other electrical work for us here, or is this somebody new?
same company.
Like he's done over at the park and stuff?
Yeah, and he did all the electrical.
In here? Okay.
So I would like to make a motion that, we accept quote Q2930 to rectify the lighting in the vestibule for $650 to have the motion sensor installed.
I'll second.
I understand that you added the motion, the quote number, but I believe it should still say the name, the BTE or whatever.
Okay, quote number Q2930 from Beerline Trombley Electric, known as BTE.
Yeah, I was just confused, BTE electric, it's close enough. Q2930, got it. So you have a motion and a second, can we have it read back, please?
Who was the second?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Cheryl.
Motion by Whitburn to approve quote number Q2930 from Beerland Trombley Electric, known as BTE, to rectify the lighting in the vestibule for $650 to have the motion sensor installed, seconded by Kuzma.
Any further discussion?
No.
Anybody else? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries, 4 yes, 0 no. Anything else on hall? If not, moving on to training. I assume that's the MTA information.
Yes, so we have the package that has quite a bit of,
I apologize, I skipped park.
oh,
I
sorry.
apologize, I caught that myself. If you don't mind, back up, we're going to talk about park.
Back it up.
Beep, beep, beep. Which means I also skipped your city park question.
No, it's
So,
building.
Township Park, you got anything you want to say first as the rep? You said you had a report, or is it just the minutes I just seen?
It was mainly the minutes, some of the stuff we were gonna put up in the park are on hold now because of our budget. The one company she was going with is not gonna work with us right now because we don't have the money to put up the courtyard or the other.
Are you talking grant or are you talking company?
There was a company she was working with.
For grant or for?
No,
Okay.
but we don't have enough money to cover
Why would,
our portion.
She mentioned that she was working on a grant.
She's working on
She
grants.
didn't say nothing about paying outright.
yeah,
No, we're not paying everything outright.
well,
They were
until
gonna
we
work with us.
secure a grant, we cannot put any money earmarked for it until,
Right.
I mean, it'd be crazy for us
They
not
could
to.
take some of the 20,000 and earmark it, like I suggested before.
We gotta do the parking lot first. That's our priority.
So,
And one of the trails has to be ADA compliant.
Why does the trails have to be ADA compliant?
So somebody can get down there with a wheelchair.
No, why, if we're a rustic park, why are we working to pave the trails? Because I know it was mentioned that we're a rustic park, so why are we even worried about the parking lot? But why would you not do the parking lot and do the trails? That doesn't make sense.
No, the parking lot was the top priority.
well, I'm gonna jump in here real quick then, because that got brought up over and over at the planning commission meeting. Apparently, somebody has told Parks and Rec that we, the board, have said the priority is the parking lot. I sit in every board meeting, I don't think I've missed very many, and I've never heard that.
No.
I've heard individuals say it,
Well, I don't know.
and I
if
think
we told
people need to
her that.
remember, if any individual says anything, it means nothing
Yeah.
Right.
until the board says
She brought
something.
it up. as a
Yes,
priority, so
and
why, I don't
The
know.
planning commission was then told the same thing because the
Okay.
Parks and Rec said that to them. So,
Well, I don't know who's telling her that then.
well, that was, yeah.
I
And then
just
I
take
watched part of
notes.
the video and it was apparent that that's what the Parks and Rec thinks.
Yeah,
And I don't know why they're getting that. So if the Parks and Rec
I
is
don't-
hearing an individual say things, the Parks and
Right.
Rec needs to remember, if the board didn't say it, then it didn't happen.
okay,
I know in the budget, you were here,
yeah,
I know I mentioned they could still repair their parking lot if necessary. They have enough money to grade or to
Yeah.
add a little gravel if necessary and grade. That can still be done, as we noticed our own parking lot in this last rain. There was a lake out here,
yeah,
so there's a low spot in our own parking lot that could be regraded back to make it better. I don't think that needs any gravel, it just needs to be graded differently.
right.
I don't know about the
I
parking
think
lot.
Charlie grades it, doesn't he?
Yeah, but there's a spot.
There's a
There's
low
new gravel
spot.
that's been added, and it's a little higher than the spot this side of it.
Okay.
So it caused, it was gone an hour after the rain, but it was a lake during rain because it couldn't get out of there. It was lower this way than that way, or faster, I don't know. Anyway, so that being said, I just wanted to point that out because
Well, bring
there's
that
4
up
board
next
members
time.
here. Has this board ever voted on it and I'm not aware of it? Or this
No,
board
no,
ever
no.
said it? So
I'll
the
bring
Parks
it
and
up
Rec is
next
completely
meeting.
wrong. That
Okay.
never happened. And if an individual told them that, they need to address it with that individual.
I don't know who told
You know?
I just wrote down what she said,
Okay, I'm just telling you what I know.
but I'll bring it up next week.
I made sure the planning commission heard that as well.
Okay.
So, that being said, do you have any more you want to bring up about these things that they want us to talk about? This did go through planning commission, these 3 things.
These letters,
Yes.
do we need to go to planning commission, send out
Yes.
letters? Okay.
The way the board, before I even joined, set it up is everything goes from Parks and Rec to planning commission. If the planning commission recommends approval, then it goes to the board.
And these were approved?
The planning commission recommended that you, well, let me go over it just a minute. Yes, you'll start with the detailed expense capital request form.
I don't have.
So Parks and Rec is requesting, didn't they make you a copy? I didn't bring a spare copy.
That's all
sorry.
right, that's okay.
I can read it all to you, and I can make a copy if anybody wants it.
It was the $96.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Trivia.
Parks and Rec wants to update their trivia program, and it's $96 for a year. They are planning on 2 more yet possibly this calendar year, one in the
Yeah.
fall and then one in the winter time that may be after the first meeting right now. That's what we were told. And the PC did recommend approval of that. It's something they already have, you're just renewing it at $96.
And is that for the calendar year, or is that
That's-
from July to July?
Yeah, it came up.
It's a
August-
year from whenever it's
August
running out, which I think
21st.
is now.
August 21st.
Expires August 21st. I
Yeah.
guess.
Does it say that on
On
there?
the
Okay.
June, on the
Yeah.
June minutes,
Oh, on the minutes, I didn't see that yet, because it is
Yeah,
that close
it's in
tonight.
the June.
Yeah, expired.
That's where I
August
see the
21st.
$96, I don't see the other paper.
Well, here, you can all look at my copy.
Not bad.
You got their capital request form?
No, I don't.
Well, that's the form, and then this is the sheet that they printed off the internet.
How come you didn't give it to them?
Because all this stuff was in front of us, I thought it was here. I didn't look, it wasn't in my packet, but it was here on the table. So if you want to look at it, you can look at it, pass it.
I've seen copies of that.
Use some copies.
Yeah.
It's only you if you want.
I'm good.
So, that's what they're requesting, and the planning commission is requesting that the board approve it, so we'll go from there.
Are we doing anything on trivia nights? Are we getting
That's actually
people?
one of our most popular fundraisers, is the trivia night.
Do you know? No.
I can tell you it was approved by 6 Parks and Rec members, 1 was absent, so that's why there was no 7th vote. And then 6 PC members also recommended it, and 1 vacant seat, so the whole PC and the whole Parks and Rec basically were in attendance approved it.
Well, then I make the motion to approve the capital expense for $96 to purchase the trivia software.
I'll second it.
Just double checking, it was 96 even, right?
Yeah.
So we have a motion and a second. Does anybody need it reread?
Of course.
Okay, would you reread it, please?
Motion by Whitburn to approve the capital expense request for $96 for trivia and software, seconded by Kuzma.
Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. So 4 yes, 0 no, motion carried. Then, I brought my copy. You also have in front of you the other 2 letters. So we can handle them whatever order you want.
Let's do the letter to the local businesses, owners, small
Okay.
business or crafters. My only concern with this is Vassar's only so big. And not only are the schools and sporting groups going to these businesses, but we as a township are. And we're bleeding them dry. I think that to continue to ask our local businesses to support a township's park and rec is asking a lot. I feel like we're taking things away from the sports programs in the schools when we do so.
I will throw in real quick, just so you can heard from the PC did approve it. The one, they recommended 5 to 1, recommending the board approve it. However, they felt as a group that it would be up to the board because of dollars and cents reasons, budget reasons, probably only approving one of the 2 options in here. But really it'd be up to the board and to talk to the people, back to the PC, to the Parks and Rec board. So like, we don't know what they have on the inclusive playground. We know they had more information about the multi-sport court, but that's all we know. Our chairman is also on the Parks and Rec, and he said that he knows they have that information, but he didn't have it at the PC meeting, so. I talked about, I don't think they're ready for this, that's my opinion, I am the one that knows, but as Parks and Rec, as a PC member, I'm recommending the board approve this, because that's what the PC did. I'll vote whichever way I vote when it comes to that, by the way, as a board member. If you follow what I mean. I'm representing the PC in this subject, and they have recommended this approval. However, they did expect some discussion about the inclusive playground and multi-sport court. Obviously, Parks and Rec has not got enough money to do both. We now know that they have a little more money than they thought because they do not have to asphalt a parking lot with their $20,000. They get choice to make some options there.
Yeah, I just hope that whatever they choose to spend their fundraising monies on, it, that we at least went for grants versus just having it all paid for from
She
our
had been
Parks and
working
Rec.
on grants, the one, was that one for the multi-sport court, they are not going with us right now because of our budget.
So they've already backed out.
They backed out for the time being until we can come up with a little more money to put towards it, before
Okay,
they
You
give
didn't
us.
offer no money.
Well, she's got all that, Teresa's got.
well, they didn't even,
When we were at that one meeting,
Which one?
I asked them if they would like to earmark $20,000
Right, yeah.
towards that. And they said no.
Right,
They should have earmarked it so they could go ahead with the multi-sport grant.
You're
So,
talking about the
yeah.
budget
the
workshop.
budget work.
Yeah.
They had representation here, but that was the board. And the board didn't give them enough money, they only gave them 20,000, period.
At the moment, we're getting 40,000.
That's true, at that meeting, we were giving them 40,000.
Yeah.
That was
we had to
before we
take it
cut.
back. That was before we got into trouble.
But I would, if their priority is the multi-sport, I would put most of the money towards the multi-sport grant. Because then that way you could double or triple whatever it is
Right.
to have it done.
But I know she had a couple other grants that she was looking into. I'm not sure where she's at with them right
But
They-
she said she can't file for any grants without knowing what she can put up to it. And they chose not to earmark nothing.
So,
Towards the
yeah.
grant.
for her applying for grants, it's always
She's
the same,
gotta
we don't
know.
have any money set aside for the grant to match it, so no one is going to give her a grant because the $20,000 was not earmarked for grants.
Right.
So,
Still could be though.
so
Yeah,
it's one or the other, to ask for the citizens to pay 100% of the
So you
sport
can't
court
say
without
the
even.
budget is stopping them from doing the multi-sport
right.
court, multi-sport
Multi-sport
court
court.
grant. They are,
Okay.
the planning commission is.
No, not the.
Ah, excuse me,
Parks
you're
and
right,
Rec.
Park and Rec,
Park and Rec.
Park and Rec committee, sorry.
So the reason this is coming up now is because they want to do it at their upcoming trivia night, and every month is another delay. So if they don't get an answer, I don't know, I can't remember. If they needed the answer now, we would have theoretically a month to work on it before it would affect them, I think.
What
If we
part?
wanted to give them any suggestions.
What to,
If we don't like part or all of this and we have suggestions, we can pass it back to them and have them look at that information. I think they have enough time for that, but I don't remember.
So they
Do
want,
you
I don't
remember
think,
dates?
I don't think.
They want to do it at their upcoming trivia night, I know that.
Because we were working with the middle school. She wanted to work with the middle school because we could have it like there, and we would combine it. We'd have a little more money, probably a little more people there. With
So
the
Vassar
trivia.
Township Parks is gonna be doing it at the
At
high
the
school
school?
the
At
middle
the
school.
Yeah, that's what she was saying, at the school, but it'd be a partnership.
so
Yeah,
can you do that?
I don't.
I don't know, she's looking into it.
I mean, that would, there actually is a couple other letters that are at the PC level. They haven't been brought up to the board yet,
Okay.
where they wanna do. If I brought them up, actually, I would say. No, it must be in my packet, in my other briefcase. They wanna look at getting permission to make joint ventures,
Yeah,
but they have like two options. And the PC is looking at that, and we were sent home to read it, think about it, talk about it next month. Theoretically, either make some changes and pass it to the board, or drastically change it and pass it back to Parks and Rec, depending on what the PC does. And theirs was almost like a this or this option that they requested us to look at.
Okay, so what are we looking at to make a decision on? Seeing if, to giving them the permission to ask business owners and so forth for
Yes,
donations?
in this case, the Parks and Rec Committee, through the PC is also recommending this option. That we approve this letter. Dear local business owners, small business, and crafters. The Vassar Township Parks and Recreation Committee is reaching out to ask for your support. This is only hypothetical at this point. Reach out for your support, lost my place, in creating a more inclusive and welcoming community park for everyone. We are currently raising funds to build an inclusive playground and a multi-sport court at Vassar Township Park. These additions will provide children with all abilities and families throughout the community with a safe, accessible, and enjoyable place to play, learn, and connect. It goes on and on, but they're looking for all kinds of donations
Yeah, I
to
have a
go
question.
towards their funding on it.
Isn't the park currently ADA compliant, the equipment we have out there?
No, we have, that's two different things, just so you know. I was corrected, we aren't talking about just ADA. We're talking
Okay.
about all-inclusive, all different things, is what they're talking about.
What's the
I have
all-inclusive?
no idea. I was just told I was using the wrong terminology when I said ADA.
Do you know
But
what
they
that
are
means,
talking,
Sarah?
we do have an ADA-approved swing out there.
right.
And that's why when we did the border, we had to pay for a ramp to get up and over the border. That's the one piece that's ADA approved. They separately, when she talks about the trail, in their master plan that they developed many years ago, talked about 3 years ago was their goal to have one trail that would be somehow accessible to different needs, like ADA or something else. It could be asphalt, but it does not mean it has to be asphalt. Could be concrete, could be gravel, could be other kinds of upgrades, I don't know. And it would be one trail, not all the trails. That, they've done nothing about picking or getting quotes, so that's not even on the table right now.
Yeah,
It's something they've got to, do homework on before they could ever do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's just to fulfill their master plan of goals.
which, you know, again, a rustic park, I don't know why we would do that when we have a rail trail down the road that goes miles and miles and miles. And,
Well, keep in mind that once
Cost.
they created a master plan that was approved, that altered the scope of the rustic park. There is a master plan that talks about, and it's approved, it talks about improving this park for these different reasons. Just because it started out one way doesn't mean it's currently that way, or gonna be that way forever.
and so in the wintertime, it would also have to be snow plowed and everything else.
So my problem with the donation
We're
letter
gonna do
is,
that in Milliken Trails.
Well, if it's going to be all inclusive in ADA, it would have to be snow blowed.
I have no idea. Do you know if do they maintain the city part of the rail trail
City,
They
regularly?
do in town, the rail trail.
Yeah, I would say the rail trail is that I know it closes the parks anymore.
But the rail trail, they plow the snow so people can walk in the winter.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah, I know
call it.
people
And then
walk.
salting it,
But Millington, they don't take care of it.
Millington doesn't, the city of Vassar does,
No.
so in between probably doesn't either then, right? Anybody know? In between, any of the parts of the trail that are, I guess Vassar just stops and starts at the road though, doesn't it, 15?
Starts out at ShopRite,
Yeah,
works
Remember
its way
they,
past the water treatment plant, and then
Yeah.
to Speedway, then across the river, and then up the rail trail to the Canterbury Woods.
Canterbury Woods, yeah.
Yeah, Canterbury, yeah.
And then from Vassar to Millington,
It's just the
you're
road.
supposed to use the road.
Yeah. So my problem with this donation thing is I wanted them to have a much more inclusive, I don't know if inclusive is the right word, set plan. This is what we want, and we are raising funds for this. And
Yes.
what will happen to those funds if they don't hit their goal or if they change their mind? That's what I personally have been recommending.
Well, that's, I'm looking at the all we have is there for park donations, we don't set it in buckets for specific things.
yeah, I would like to have a more detailed, getting donations, that's fine, but I would like to know what the actual goal is versus, well, these are things that we'd like to do, but we don't know what we're gonna do until when.
And then the next problem is you just said something different than I heard, because at the PC, we talked about the multi-sport court was what they had more information on.
She had quite a.
So that would be the goal, we thought, as a
Yeah.
PC, but you're saying that they've already said no to that.
Well, just.
Or somebody
tell
said
that,
no.
that grant people, because that's really, that's pricey.
I don't,
That was very pricey, that was like.
I've been told that we've been
$37,000.
told, but I don't
Yeah.
remember the number if I was told.
It was 37,000, I think, for that. It was up there. She was talking too about, possibly just pouring cement and making our own, but I don't know about that.
And the other problem I have is that, I mean, we have, not I have, we're short funds right now, so we
Yeah,
can't really,
yeah.
until we get that all resolved, which may
Right.
happen in the near future or not.
Right. So
I
we
will
should
see
just
how they go
decide.
ahead with that, so.
The multi-sport, yeah, I think that's gonna be something that's gonna be a while. I think the
But the
playground,
$30,000 grant's gonna be only like $5,000 for us.
well, no, the grant wouldn't have been that.
Oh, I thought you said
No,
it would
that's how
cost
much-
30,000 for the
No, we're-
multi.
The court would, our grant wouldn't be,
Grants are all different,
yeah.
unless you have one in front of you, you don't know.
Yeah, but if you
Is
have,
it matching funds 50/50,
You
is
should
it
spend-
20/70,
no,
is it
I
30?
think the way she said it was
10% of the cost.
10% of the cost when she mentioned it to us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but there's like
Yeah.
a ton of different grants, and I would say that with the township finances, that we need to
See, I'm
secure grants
Right.
versus outright paying for
And I
it.
know she's looked into
I'm
some,
not understanding.
where she sets with them, I don't know if she's heard back from any of them or not. Nothing was brought up at the last meeting about whether she's heard anything back.
Yeah, I mean,
She's still applying,
doing the grants, it does take a lot of time
Yeah.
and effort.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I know the library in Carroll just got, what was it, like, how much money did they get for the adult changing stations? $15,000 for that. I know that Theron Nesbitt worked on a lot of the, grants that the Millington schools have gotten. Also, when he was with Bassett, he was able to secure a lot of grants for the after, school programs and so forth like that. So, They're out there, we need to try to utilize them to be able to help fund and do more in the community without it just coming straight out of the taxpayers' pockets. I don't have a problem with the letter. I would just like Parks and Rec to be able to solidify what their actual goal is, their number one priority. Because it doesn't have to be the parking lot. But it would be nice from Parks and Rec to, one, get an inventory of what the stuff that they have now, what the plans are for it, because none of it can be donated because we're a government entity.
Right.
So we need to find an exit plan for the inventory that we have. And,
Well, she says she's been working on it, everything's supposedly in totes and marked. Because she said the shed was damaged somewhat when it was brought from there to here. So everything's still at the old hall.
well, there was nothing in the shed that you guys had for inventory. There's an empty shelf in there and a mailbox and whatever, so I don't even know what.
I've offered to help and
Yeah, I don't know what Parks and Rec uses it for, because it just has an empty shelf and a mailbox in it. All of the Parks and Rec stuff is actually in the old hall,
Yeah, that's what she said.
so,
Like I said, I've offered to help her with it now.
I can understand she sent a letter stating that, could be for our the donations could be for our future developments such as
an inclusive playground
inclusive
and
playground, what's the other one? I had it in front of me.
multi-sport court.
Multi-sport court, and future, what'd you call that 5-year plan?
Trail
Master
improvements,
The Parks and Rec master plan.
Yeah, and future developments of the master plan.
yeah.
I can understand that more in the letter.
If they put that in there, absolutely, because it actually says what the funds are going to be used for versus, it could be this or it
Well,
could be.
somebody make a motion or something of what you want them to do then, so I can kick
Okay,
it back.
John, make that motion, please.
I gotta remember.
I mean,
Make
your
a
options
motion
are
to
approve, deny, or
allow-
alter.
Yeah,
To
I
alter,
make a motion to allow the Park and Rec Committee to send out letters to, et cetera, what you just have here down here, right?
the
Right here.
business owners.
Business owners, what she has there for who she wants to send it to, with the understanding that the donations will go to future developments of, example, exclusive playground, multi-sport court, or any future,
Master plan.
master plan. I lost it. Are we missing one thing though?
When you've got it written, even though there's no second, could you read back what you got? Please.
Motion must act to allow the Parks and Rec Committee to send out letters to business owners with the understanding that the donations will go towards future developments such as a multi-sport court, an inclusive playground, and the Parks and Rec master plan, seconded by.
I'll second.
John, does that wording work for you? Is that what you're after?
But she has her amazing local businesses, artisans, and community members.
Yeah, she wants to send this out. I don't even know if it's gonna be like mail, but I think it's gonna be like public Facebook
Public
and stuff
open,
like
yeah.
that. I think.
Then you won't need that. Okay. Either by, yeah, I do agree.
Everybody happy with the wording?
Yeah.
Have heard it good enough?
Yep,
Any other further discussion?
no. Not for me.
If we're gonna go through Monica saying, no, then I have to wait and see if anybody else wants to. If not, I was about to say, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. 4 yes, 0 no, motion carried. I thought that was gonna be the hard one, so hoping this one's easier. The next letter, again, this one was approved by all 6 planning commission members. Calling all volunteers. They want to know if they can send this out or request this help. Calling all volunteers, we need your help this Halloween. Want to make this year's Halloween events the best yet? We're looking for volunteers to help during the Halloween party / haunted trail, or both. October 17th, weather date is October 24th. So they have a backup date already planned. Volunteer opportunities, and it shows different things you could do. We're also looking for people who want to help plan this year's haunted trail. Join the Haunted Trail Advisory Committee. There was a word, let me see the copy here, there was a word that we wanted removed and already did, or it was just a misspelling. You want to join our advisory committee, and it said team, it was a mistaken word here.
Yeah, it says we'd love to have you on our teen advisory committee.
Yeah, take the word teen out, that's not what's supposed to be, just our advisory committee.
Okay.
Your ideas can please help, or can help this amazing event for our community. And it goes on with a few other things it's talking about, but that's what they want to know, if they can have permission to request an advisory committee. The
I think
PC was
that's-
very stern, we definitely want them to know it's still got to be their decision. If they have a small advisory committee helping them, like a brainstorming committee or something,
Right.
that they have to make the plans and they have to, as a group, approve them to send them to the PC, not some subcommittee. So if they just have a subcommittee helping them, we don't care. That's
Yeah.
fine
Do
with us.
we really
And
have,
they are not getting paid.
do we
Yeah, they're
really have
volunteers.
to,
They
Personally,
don't
I-
do
have,
we have to make a motion for this?
I do
Yeah.
not know,
It's
but
just
the
a-
way it's set up, they would be getting people to help them, and you gotta remember that we've already had the other rules about who can help and who can't. They have to be vetted, that's at the event.
yeah,
I don't think that matters for the advisory committee.
No.
That's just whoever they pick, but they don't have the authority to pick an advisory committee. They
Yeah.
have to be authorized to do that. So the planning commission did say, yeah, we have no problem with that, so long as they understand it's an advisory to them. Then they formulate the decision and send to them.
yes. I think this is amazing to ask for volunteers because it is a lot of work and somebody shouldn't carry it all on their shoulders. So I think it's amazing that they are actually reaching out for additional ideas and people to help out. I think it's a great event.
So reading the letter, do you agree with it as is? Make a motion accordingly.
I make a motion to,
First off, let's title the thing. So we don't have to go through all this motion, just call it one title.
Volunteer letter, Parks and Rec volunteer letter.
There you go.
That work?
yep,
I'll get to you, just hold on, I've seen you. Parks and Rec volunteer letter.
That was close.
Sarah, you have a question?
I guess this is Cheryl, or Gladwin can answer this. I know Teresa said multiple times about she is now hands-off with the Halloween event, and she has passed it on to a business to run it. Has that been decided? The same guys that ran it last year? Did she bring that back up?
I did
She
not
said
hear
multiple
that.
times that she's not doing the Halloween event, and that she is contracting it out to the 2 guys that did it last year.
She's talking about the guys next door.
Oh, did she? I don't remember.
Is this
bringing it
just
up.
The guys next door.
going to be?
There's a couple guys that are next door that helped a lot, I know.
I mean, if they're helping, as long as they're on the approved list, that's helping, I don't care, but nobody's approved anybody sending it out or hiring some subcontractor, no.
Yeah.
And that's never been brought up
No, I don't
officially.
think she paid them. They were probably just helping that day.
I just know that she said that she wasn't doing the Halloween event this year. I remember her saying
I
that.
mean,
but
she hasn't
isn't
said
she
that.
the event coordinator though?
That's why I was asking, I didn't know if it got brought back up.
No,
If
she
you had more
didn't
info
say
about that.
anything so far.
Well, officially, that's not been said, so I would suggest we don't consider that.
Okay,
I mean, if that comes up, we'll address it when it comes up.
all right.
So, is anybody making a motion, now that we've labeled it the Parks and Rec volunteer letter?
I would like to make a motion to approve the Parks and Rec volunteer letter with the word teen taken out of the sentence of we'd love to have you on our teen advisory committee.
I will second it.
Do you like to read that back, please?
Motion by Whitburn to approve the Parks and Rec volunteer letter with the word teen taken out, seconded by Kuzma.
Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion approved, motion carried.
Okay.
That is it for Parks and Rec, unless you have anything else.
There was one more, the follow-up on that drain, whether it's functioning or not.
Charlie says it is. He's looked at it several times. He says it is.
I don't remember the PC taking any action on that. I remember that the PC told them
They mentioned something.
that they have to get somebody out there to look at it and tell them what needs to be done. If there's a problem with it, they need somebody to come look at it and tell us what needs to be done and then send it back up.
I did talk to Cooper a couple months ago. It was brought up. And Charlie looks at it several times, but I don't know what they're seeing.
I wonder if it's possible that in the amounts of rain we've gotten earlier this year, it just was slow
At
working.
the wrong time.
You know.
He says it's working perfectly. So, and he's out here every day.
Well, anyway, that's back to them anyhow. If they think it needs to be done, they have to get some kind of information.
Yeah.
But anybody can. I mean,
I just didn't know.
if Charlie sees it as a problem, he can get the
Yeah,
information
he
and
has
send it up to
looked
the
at
board.
it. He has
So.
looked at it.
All right, then in that case, nothing else, up to City Park.
Okay, so being new to this position, I was kind of shocked when I received an email of events that were attended by our city park representative. I do not see any job description for that position. And at $50 a meeting, and events that she turned in, it was $850. I don't see how attending the Big B opening in the city of Vassar does anything for our township or our Parks and Rec. I'm also wondering why we have somebody who is not on our Parks and Rec, who does not provide any information on the meetings and what's going on, why we even have this. If anything, it should be somebody from our Parks and Rec that maybe can work in partnership together on projects or events or whatever, or have this person send in a report, just like we get from the ambulance base and from the library. I don't know why the standards for this has not been followed like it does for every other board or member of a representative for, like the bases and the library. And I think for us to pay for somebody to volunteer to work the Pumpkin Festival and then pay them another $50 to go talk to about how many tickets were sold to the city manager is ridiculous.
Counting tickets, I got a thing. Why is
Yeah.
she getting paid to go to a summer concert? That's
Yeah.
the DDA, that's not even Park and Rec.
I'm gonna go back to my question. Did anybody talk to her?
No.
I don't know, and I did not talk to her. Maybe that letter is just a report to you over the last year I've done all this.
Well,
Because
yeah,
the
but
rules
she's
used to
getting-
be she gets paid for meetings. Now, I do know the city Parks and Rec Committee tends to have a meeting, instead of having a meeting on a meeting night, they have it on an event day, so they get
Yeah,
participation.
she's got the dates.
So they have their meeting, and if that was a meeting, that's why we would owe it. If it was simply she attended the grand opening, I believe we wouldn't owe her. But, same thing, if our library rep goes to, I'll use an example that used to happen, the Lions Club used to host at the library, a vision screening thing for youth. And they put the machine up and all that, but the people from the committee would be there as the volunteers helping.
Right.
So that would be in her report, because she did that, be in their report, because they did that. But we only pay for meetings, is the way I understood it. So if nobody's talked to her, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know if we're getting the cart before the horse.
well, I looked at last year's payables. She turns in her events once a year, and last year we wrote out a check for her for all of the events that she turned in, just like she did this year.
Hmm.
I don't know how long it's been going
I
on.
got brought up then last year, or I would have questioned the same thing I'm just questioning now.
Yeah,
Well, when it was brought up before, she made an agreement with somebody to take the minutes off the website.
Yeah, it's like a few years ago.
Then they
now.
found out, right, then they found out nobody was taking them off the website, and she thought it was. And then,
Yeah, you're going back a few years now.
Right.
That wasn't last year.
right, but last year, I never seen any reports or anything about Pumpkin Rolls or anything like
She's
that.
got a
No.
time.
This is the first year I ever saw that kind of stuff.
Right, that's never made it to me before.
Right.
That letter, type of letter. However, don't forget the other thing is, that committee has nothing to do with our Parks and Rec, and it's long-standing, long before we ever had a park. Probably she's been the rep longer than that, as a matter of fact, but even still, the position's been around long before we had a city, township park.
which is
It has nothing to
fine,
do with the township park at all.
but
Yes.
we need to rein in what it is that is expected. And I think that anytime that there's a meeting, that we need to be informed, or you don't get paid for it. If Todd goes to an ambulance meeting and he doesn't give me a report, he doesn't get paid. So this is just given with no questions asked, and
It's
as,
supposed to be off minutes, just so you know. Technically not a report. If we're asking him for a report,
Right,
that's
if it
fine.
doesn't have minutes,
But if he doesn't give
We
you a
weren't
report,
supposed
but
to
you have
pay him.
minutes, and he was there, you still owe him. Even
Yeah.
if he didn't give you a report.
but I get nothing at all. So
Okay.
when this email came in, I didn't even know what it was about.
Right,
to be
because you
perfectly
weren't aware
honest.
that she even had this position, or who she was. or-
Yeah, and that's fine, if this is something that we continue, but I think we need to have an understanding of, you do not get paid to go to a Big B opening. You do not get paid for this. And we need to have monthly a report, just like we ask from each board, each ambulance base. We have information that comes back to us. We
Right,
know
so-
about the EV charger happening in Vassar because it's in the library notes.
So, you're new, so you're getting a freebie on what I'm about to say, but I'm pointing it at you because you're asking. Did you make a policy and procedure about it?
No,
You
that's
didn't know it
why,
existed, so you couldn't, but you've now known to do it.
but the most important thing is, we do our budget from July to June. And in June, if she isn't showing no minutes or nothing, now the check we just wrote her is going into this year,
Right.
and it's gonna look, we're out
So
of,
we need to come up with a policy
Right.
first of all.
absolutely.
well, we always had a policy, but not in writing. You're right.
The policies and
Yeah.
procedures.
We don't have
None of us
nothing.
thought of that.
We don't have nothing for any lay person going to the ambulance or
Well,
library or nothing. That is true.
somebody needs to write one.
Sarah, will you put that on the list that we need to do? Yeah, I looked through all the files of asking for the appointments and stuff like that, and there is no definition of
I'm
what
sure the
the
last couple of
expectations
years,
were.
2, 3 years ago, there is motions for that.
Well, you would think
Because
a
it was a-
copy of that would be in the employee file, just like,
It
anytime.
was a rather
anybody
heated
gets
should.
appointed.
discussion 3 or 4 years ago.
It should, but the administrative assistant, no.
That wasn't me. Don't start here.
So, I would like
I
to
didn't
say,
say name, I said
maybe we should went
administrative
behind the
assistant.
scenes first just to iron it out.
Yes,
Maybe we could even
well,
ask her.
the
to
check
come
is
in.
already written.
We already have paid it, we already agreed with it.
Yeah, I just say going forward, we need to tighten up this, spending $850 that we get no information on is ridiculous.
We're supposed to be getting minutes, and it doesn't necessarily have to come from her, because it was agreed upon they were supposed to be online or something.
Yes.
I do not remember the details, but I think it was online.
Okay,
So,
I,
we were supposed to get them like an email from whoever the
a
secretary was.
representative,
Yeah,
yes, but that does not happen.
then we can address that. That'd be a question we point out to her, that needs to be done. And then she has to go to them. if
And
they're
then go
supposed
back to the basics, are they online?
No.
They're not online now.
No, and I personally don't think that I should have to take my time to go look up ambulance, did they have a meeting? When is their meeting? And go and find their minutes. I don't have time for that. That's
No,
not
it was
what my
supposed
job
to be
is.
emailed to us or something. I don't remember the details, because you're talking 3 or 4 years ago, and it was all ironed out. but
Okay,
obviously it didn't work.
No, I think somebody agreed that they would take it off for her.
Yeah, I wasn't on the board that far back, but I was in the
Yeah.
audience that day, I remember that.
Now it's a
Not all
couple
of
years
you
ago.
did.
okay. So that's all I have to say about that. We'll work on that. in the
That's it,
background.
huh?
Work on it.
That's
Yeah.
all you got to say?
About that particular
Okay.
subject.
Training,
Training,
if that's it.
yep.
Didn't we already talk about that?
Yeah, we did, we went backwards, now we're back.
Okay.
Okay, so MTA, we renewed our membership. We have the middle package, which has a ton of training online. When I went into the MTA website, I noticed that we have a lot of board members, whether it's Parks and Rec, Planning Commission, that are not registered to utilize the tools in front of them from MTA. And I think that we should expect our board to continue their education to do what is best for our community. And I have created a form for people to provide the information that I need to sign them up with their email. I gave it to the Planning Commission, I put it on everybody's area.
Yeah, I seen that last week.
Yep, and
I
I
thought
would
we
like
had a
Parks
copy
and
here.
Rec to do that. And there's a ton of different topics, and not all of them are gonna, pertain to each board. But there's so much information, and if you are not doing your due diligence to get more educated about what you're talking about, then you should not have a place on the board. On any board.
And there's also a ton of copies that we made in this top part that show all of the classes that are offered in our package for anybody to take.
But if they get set up online, they'll see it there.
Correct.
Yeah,
So you said the middle package, but on here they show two, essentials and plus.
we are the
750 and 1,000. Which
A
one?
thousand.
For the,
Plus
Plus
package,
package.
and that includes all the stuff in the basic package too.
Okay. Includes this essential package?
But wait,
Yeah.
there's more. You also get the latest classes.
Yes, it was brought up at the planning commission so that we know, we've seen your form. I do not know if it went to the Parks and Rec
No.
before, so it will go next month then.
yes.
Are you on the ZBA? I would really, really recommend that all ZBA members get in here and find out what trainings are good for them. Take them all.
Absolutely.
Anything else about training?
Nope.
Nothing on the mushroom dispensary tonight? Board vacancies. I noticed we have an application dated April 2nd. We've had a vacant seat since months before that. I wish this would have come up much sooner.
We had to wait until the board review was over with.
Yes, I resigned for that.
Oh.
That was the problem.
Oh, so you were your own delay.
Yeah, I resigned right away.
Yeah, they asked her not to do that until after their
Okay,
last meeting.
all right.
Yes.
So we've been running one member short on the planning commission for many, many, many months. I would like to make a motion to appoint Lila Fabro, but I do not know the term she'd be fulfilling. Does anybody know that? Does anybody have the dates?
Gloria took my spot, so she would have taken Warbles. His term expires October 31st of 2026.
So it's a 3-year term,
Yes.
so we could make this one extend, huh?
Maybe
To 2029, if you would be so agreeing, or do you want it to expire this year and then re-up?
No, I can.
Normally, we fulfill the remainder of the current term that you're filling.
I'm fine.
It's only a few months, so.
Yeah.
So I'll make my motion to appoint Mrs. Lila Fabro to the PC with the term expiring October 31st, 2029.
Speaking of terms, we actually have, Ryle, his term expired October 31st of 2025. Was that ever renewed?
He renewed, I know
Yeah.
that, so you're gonna have to look at minutes now.
There's an updated copy of that.
Maybe you just have an outdated copy.
Hmm, perhaps.
You know, the
Okay.
administrative system went slack and get you a copy.
If you ask me, I might be able to.
And, do we know if Janice renewed her Board of Appeals?
She did. Same time she did with Carson Rec.
Yeah, Gloria has to do it October 31st. Renee Amer, she did 2025.
She is not
What is that? So is that a vacancy?
renewing on ZBA.
So is that a vacancy?
It will be October 31st.
Oh, you said 2025, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's done. Yeah. She had her.
So are we short one member then? Or did somebody fulfill that spot?
Shorted an alternate.
No, somebody fulfilled that spot. We're short one alternate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're short an alternate.
And Grace, did she renew?
Yes.
Hers was 2025.
Yeah,
Renee, Board of Review is good until December 31st of this year.
I think that one's TBD and if she's running or not.
Okay.
Okay, so let's not beat that to death while we got a motion on the floor.
I'll second it.
Sure. So I have a motion and a second to appoint Mrs. Lila Fabro to the Planning Commission, fulfilling the term but extending through 2029, October 31st. Is that in my motion, please? I did say it, I thought, I don't remember.
Her term expiring on October 31st, 2029.
Correct.
Yes.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Lila being on the planning commission. I have a problem with somebody coming in this late in the game with the ordinances and everything. She's gonna have to catch up on all that stuff. That's a lot on you, Lila. For anybody coming in right now.
It's the same thing when I started on the planning commission. We were in the middle of the ordinances that have been going on for 10 years.
How long ago?
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that everything that has already been discussed has already been kind of put into motion. So it's not like you have to go back and reread it because what it is what it is.
Hypothetically, a new member would want to read it so that you can bring up anything you want to bring up. However, you're under no obligation to, by a certain date, fulfill all of that. I mean, really, you can vote on everything that happens between now and then. And on the day we approve the whole package, you have a decision to make. Have you read enough that you agree with the whole package? Or do you vote no because you don't know? You know, that would be a decision she'd have to
I'll
make.
get paperwork of it, right? That could be.
Say again?
I'll get paperwork I read.
Yes, we would theoretically ask the administrative assistant to produce you a
Okay.
copy of the draft that we already have, but it won't have all the changes. Well, you don't have all the changes.
You would have to go through all the meeting minutes and read all the proposed changes.
That's what I'm saying, that's gonna be a lot.
Well, the next step after we have a few more sections to go through, and then Roe would be printing us a new draft anyway, at that point, with every change that we've made.
And then you guys are gonna go through it
And then
all again.
we hypothetically shouldn't have to go through it very long. We would go through to make sure the things we know we corrected have been corrected. And then we would have a public hearing on it. If that gets approved, then it goes to the Tuscola County.
Wish
Planning
we came in
Commission.
in April, but I understand why you didn't come in either, so.
Yeah. But you've been to a lot of the meetings, so you have some background. All right, any other discussion? You agree with all that, so if we vote on you, you're okay with that?
Yes.
All right.
You
Should I
made,
say something? Oh, I thought John started this out.
Sorry.
I hear some, oh, he must be talking, okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Opposed.
3 yes.
I wouldn't
1
recommend
no.
it on anybody to go into planning commission right now.
But
That's
it needs to be
gonna
extra
too much.
person.
I know, but it's gonna be too much. If it was a normal planning commission, because you're not even talking marijuana meetings. We have renewals coming up, so there's more meetings just on that without the ordinances.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately,
I mean,
she's
you're
retired,
averaging
so
two,
she
what are
can
you
read
averaging? Two,
I
three?
don't know.
You're averaging 2, 3 a month,
I have no idea. what they are.
special meetings.
I have, well, I gave Gloria my working copy, but until Sarah has an opportunity to print that off for you, I actually have the current ordinances and stuff like that, so at least you have a background of it prior to her printing that off.
Yes, you should she should get a full copy of our current zoning ordinance.
I have that for you tonight.
Yeah,
What we
that's,
should do is
even
give her an office,
even though we're in the
as
middle,
much as he's been here.
Let's go with the one right here.
even though we're in the middle of
We can use
zoning
that
ordinance
one.
changes,
Yeah,
the
it's
current one is
it's
the
only
law right
part-time.
now. So, no matter what it's gonna say, you gotta go by what it does say.
But if there's something that comes up that you don't feel, yeah, you could always abstain and say, yeah, I'm not gonna
Right.
vote on this.
How's that help?
Well, down the road, more time.
How does that help?
Hopefully, it won't be allowed that. Only time will tell. Anything else before the board, before I go to public comment? Okay, public comment at, I don't know, do you document the time, 9:12?
9:12.
You can go first. You can go first.
Does this work the same as the city?
Three
You can
minutes.
just, you can just stand or sit, you don't
I'm
have to
loud
be official.
enough. Carson Atkins, 133 Cass, City of Vassar. I'm here in responding to earlier this spring, in the month of May, I think it was, the township posted on their Facebook page about the blight in the surrounding areas of that. And I'm just here asking and wondering if something can be done, or if it's been done, to the property that's probably been blighted for, not blighted, but just an eyesore to the tune of 30 years. And that would be right at the city limit sign going south on M15, across from the new marathon station. It gets uglier every year, and there has been nothing done. It's an absolute eyesore, and I'm just wondering, is anybody working on that?
I don't know if that's anything that's in the works. Unfortunately, Troy is not here. What,
It's been 30 years. I mean, when is it time to consider that blight? It fits 4 of those definitions up there of what blight is. I mean, you want long weeds, you got long weeds. You want junk, you got junk. You got cars, you got vehicles. Simple fix would be to put a nice tarp in front of all of that so you can't see any of it. But all in all, I mean, it's just an eyesore. You want to put out a poster like that, that's talking the talk. It'd be nice to walk the walk and clean it up a little bit. Everybody that goes up north on M15 through Vassar, they get to see that every year when they're going up for the past 30 years. When they come home, they still see that. I'm just saying, for the image of Vassar, it would really help to have something done to that property. I see it every day, probably. And I know you have all seen it. When is it time to get it cleaned up?
has a complaint come into zoning, do you know? Have you heard?
How does it have to be a complaint if it's not complying with the ordinance?
There's your actual form that you can put it, I'm not saying you have to, but you can, a complaint form, and officially put it in.
Yeah, and then it gets inspected. I will tell you that the ones that are on a form, those are the ones that are attended to more often. And I know that if it doesn't pose as a health hazard, like the property that we have on Orms Road right before Vassar Road, that is our number one issue that we have in the township because of health reasons.
And something like this that has sat there for 30 years, isn't it? I'm just saying, you know, you've got an ordinance in black and white and written out on your
In
board.
color.
Yes, and it fits every one of those categories. Is there a complaint form then that I can fill out?
Yes.
Yes.
And what are the odds that one person's complaint is gonna make any difference? That's the sad part.
Well, our zoning administrator does look at everything that comes in front of him. Same thing with our marijuana coordinator. When there's a complaint, it is addressed. They check into it, they look into it. And unfortunately, we're 45 seconds over our time limit.
I apologize for that.
Oh, no, it's my fault.
Maybe Lila will give me her 3 minutes.
It's Lila's fault, yeah. But if you would like to fill out a form, we do have them in our vestibule, or Sarah can grab you one.
I mean, it's just a matter of pride for the community that something has gone that far. I'm sorry, but it's just ugly. Pride should tell you I gotta do something, and it just, there it sits and there it sits. So thank you for extending the time.
Thank you for sticking around past my dinner time. Yes.
Anybody else? Sure.
I do. I'll make mine 3 minutes, 1 minute per topic. One, I know how our board operates. Are we doing October dumpsters? If so, we need to start discussing dates now. So we have them ahead of time, because we do get our 2 free roll-offs.
Well, last year we agreed to do it and it was never done, so.
So it's something to think
The
about.
problem is
We gave up 2 dumpsters for nothing.
can we talk to that scrapper guy to see if he's willing to come out and work that again? Or do we need to put another bid out there for anybody who is willing to come and babysit them?
I don't know, that's why I think
Well,
we should
according
start
to that-
discussing it now.
According to that bid, we should just, we can't talk about it anymore tonight.
We'll just put it on the agenda for next month.
Okay.
It's on the agenda,
Yeah.
and then we address that way.
And Sarah, maybe if you could talk with Brett and find out what dates are available that we could possibly choose from, that'd be amazing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because that way we can have all the information for the next meeting.
Yeah. Second thing, the weeds at the park. So, long story short, the Parks and Rec did that new fancy mulch. Guy told us, you guys aren't gonna have any problem
Oh,
with weeds.
absolutely no weeds.
Shocker, we had problems with weeds. It looks like they were patches of grass. We complained to him, he talked to Doris, he said, I'll send my people out, but then you guys are on your own. They sent their people out, they picked all the weeds out, that's cool. Now we have these, mushrooms growing.
Fungus
Fungus
looking
growing,
thing.
which is not toxic to human, children's, dogs, stuff like that. It just looks really ugly.
Well, that's impossible, because we were told it will not do that.
Well, it did, and he said, well, I don't know, I've never seen that happen. So, the weeds are gone currently, they've been replaced with fungi.
Fungus is growing in the same spots, literally, because
Well, we either add it to the
It
agenda now or
looks like,
talk about it next month, guys.
Coral,
Yeah,
like, from saltwater corals. And when you hit it, it actually kind of explodes into this dust.
oh, it's those fun ones.
Oh, can we get golf clubs out then?
So
Yeah.
we looked it up to see if it was a danger to humans and pets and so forth, and it is not. But they say it's because of, well, we've
So
been
are we gonna reach
extremely-
out to them again, or are we just gonna put some vinegar and salt and,
he kinda, from what I heard from Doris, that he said, we'll come pick the weeds out this time, but you guys are on your own going forward.
So the funguses apparently are a problem.
Yes.
so is
And
there
So on a
anything in
serious
the
note,
contract stating there were gonna be no weeds? Or is it just talk?
That was just him saying that he does Millington schools, and Millington schools doesn't have any weeds, and,
Well, he's incorrect there, because that's why I pointed it out to him, sitting right in that audience the day he said that.
yeah, so.
He's incorrect, because the day he said it, there were weeds in Millington's playground that he said were none.
Yeah.
I brought a picture the next meeting, but he didn't come.
He was out there talking to Charlie about it, and said, well, I don't know why you guys have weeds, whose Millington doesn't, and I don't know how this happened, but yada, yada, yada. So that occurred, we won't be getting charged for that, but it will just be more that we have to maintain going forward. And then my last part, I don't wanna ruffle some feathers here, I'm disappointed to standards. It has taken R&R Excavating 9 months to finish this project in the front, and it is still not up to what I think par should be. And I was hoping he was maybe going to be here tonight, but I think that going forward, maybe the board needs to show some due diligence in checking in on projects and make sure that they're completed in a timely time, considering we already paid half and he's asking for the other half now.
Yes, and that half has not been written. I'm holding it. I asked the supervisor if he was satisfied with the job because it does fall under him. And I did not get an answer, so therefore the payment has not been made. And I agree. It should not have taken this long. I don't think the front yard looks good at all. I think it needs to be raised. We still have lakefront property, and I understand that we've had, a lot of rain at certain times, but a small rain should not give us lakefront property, nor has the rock been put in the back side of the building.
And Charlie's got stuck a few times out there in the lawnmower and was told that he can't lawn mow out there because he's blowing away the grass seed, so the company came out and cut it. And it just does not look great, and we have other residents that are coming up asking when that project's going to be completed. And we're looking for an answer for that.
And it's weeds, not grass.
So that one will have to go to the supervisor first,
Yep.
and then the supervisor has to either do something about it or bring it to the board. I mean, he can question the gentleman. If then it's a problem, then it comes back to the board.
Anything else on public comment?
That was your 3 items, that was it?
Is that it?
Anybody else? Anything else? Going once, twice? If not, somebody make a motion.
I make the motion to adjourn the meeting at 9:22. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn at 9:22. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Is it?
Oh, aye. I'm writing something down.
Oh, wait, wait, wait. Oh,
And it
well.
was Monica made it,